What do you do when you know someone is hating, but they act to everyone else and act like everything's fine, but they never speak to you nicely? They never really have any interaction with you. Um, and their actions show everything is absolutely not fine. And sometimes there are some really sneaky, weird actions that can be really hurtful, almost unsafe and damaging. Watch this to learn how to deal with that person. What do you do in this situation? It feels like nothing's going to make it feel better. And it may take a little time, but here's what you should do. Do your best to stay away from them, especially if you don't feel safe, totally safe. If there's all these weird kind of things that keep happening and it seems like nothing is really going on and you can't pin it to anyone in particular, but you just don't feel safe, I would say stay away from them. You can still send them love and light from your mind, but don't be around them. Don't let them be around your kids or anything that's special and wonderful to you. Just keep them away from you, period. If there's someone who they do spend time with and who believes their lies about that there's nothing wrong, you might have to have a talk with that person and say, hey, I don't want them around. Anything that's important to me, if you want to hang out with them, that's fine. But if you have my kids or if you have my this or that, I don't want them anywhere near to be whispering little, oh, guess what I'm sorry that she did that one thing and whatever it is. Just keep them away from you. And if you can't trust someone to keep your special things away from them, you got to create some distance there and some boundaries. So if it really bothers you and you can't stop thinking about all the horrible things that have been happening on the down low in your mind, think about doing some cord cutting meditations. You can find quite a few on YouTube, and you might need to do them more than once, possibly. After you do the cord cutting, and if it works well, which sometimes it really does stop everything one time, you should feel clear. After the feelings clear up, maybe a day later, you should feel a lot less attached to all the negative things that person's doing. And you should feel a lot freer in your mind. But there's nothing wrong with doing cord cutting meditations regularly until you don't feel you need them anymore. Also, say in your mind, I know it was really bad and sad and they did a lot of really bad things, but I'm saying goodbye to having that person anywhere near to me or around me, except when I really just can't help it. And even then, I'm going to keep away as much as possible from being around that person. I'm keeping my distance, even if I don't really have a choice and every once in a while have to have some kind of interaction. A lot of times this person, even especially if they're a narcissist and they're really good at manipulating, they may have people listening to them, despite the fact that they've known for years how you are. They know how to put things in a way that makes it seem like what they're saying is true. Let those people go too. Give them a chance to hear you out and to see how you feel about it. if they're close to you, give them a chance to get a feeling for what that person is saying is just not true at all. But if they're not hearing you and they're not feeling you and they're still believing what that person is saying, that maybe narcissist is saying, or maybe psychopath is saying. I had another video on this, but I didn't talk specifically about a lot of these issues. Give people a chance to show themselves, and especially maybe consider if you have seen them recently and if they've had a chance to see how you are recently, or if maybe you haven't seen them in a long time and maybe they think possibly what things have changed. So if you haven't seen them in a long time, give them a chance to get to know you and see what's really true. But you might have to cut them out if they just can't see it and they want to believe what that person, that narcissist, psychopath, crazy person is saying. So hopefully this helps somebody, and I hope it really helps you and you get some peace and some serenity out of what I'm telling you. All right, guys. Peace.